Phineas Gage's story is a fascinating case in the history of neuroscience. Born in 1823, Gage worked as a railroad construction foreman in Vermont during the mid-19th century. On September 13, 1848, Phineas Gage was doing his job with his crew. He was preparing the way for a railroad track. As part of his job, he was involved in the blasting of rock to make way for railroad. To blast the rock, Gage would drill a hole in the rock, fill it with the blasting powder, and then fill the rest of the hole with sand. Gage had a long iron rod, which he used to pack down the sand. After packing the sand, he would blast the rock. But this time when he was doing his job, something bad happened. He poured the blasting powder into the hole but forgot to cover it with sand. When he inserted the iron rod into the hole, a spark was generated, causing the blasting powder to explode. The iron rod, with a sharp end, entered the Gage's left cheek, moving through his head and exiting through the top of his skull. The rod was later found to be 30 feet away from the place of accident. Despite the severity of the injury, Gage remained conscious and was able to speak immediately after accident. Gage's co-worker helped him walk to the cart and took him to a doctor. Within half an hour, he was examined by a physician named Dr. Edward Williams, who found it difficult to believe when the crew members told him. About an hour later, Dr. John Martin Harlow arrived. They cleaned the wound and did the best they could do. Gage's case immediately generated interest. Dr. Henry Bigelow became attracted to this case. Eventually, Bigelow arranged for Gage to visit to Boston so that he could examine him. Several months after examining him, he presented his case at the meeting of Boston Society for Medical Improvement. He prepared a skull which showed the Gage's injury. He was able to demonstrate to other physicians how Gage's survival was possible. After the iron rod accident, Gage experienced significant changes in his behavior. Before the accident, he was friendly and well organized. But after the accident, he became irritable and irresponsible. Phineas Gage's personality changed as a result of the significant damage to his brain caused by iron rod accident. The rod passed through the frontal lobe, which are responsible for inhibiting behaviors, regulating emotions, and managing social interaction. The damage to this region in the Gage's brain disrupted the normal functioning of these processes. As a result, he experienced shift in personality, becoming more impulsive, irritable, and displaying lack of social responsibility. On May 20, 1860, at the age of 36, Phineas Gage died and was buried in San Francisco's Lone Mountain Cemetery.